Guys, Willie here with W.T.F car reviews, and today we're going to be reviewing the 2025 Acura Integra Aspec.
And a big thanks to Lauren at Moss Acura in Tampa, Florida for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to her inventory below, and if you're looking for a new premium car or SUV in the Tampa area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out and ask for Lauren.
And for those of you guys who don't know, the Integra replaced the ILX as Acura's compact premium sedan and hatchback back in 2023. Losing Honda's tried and proven 2.4-liter four-cylinder in favor of the higher output variant of the 1.5-liter turbo four-cylinder, which we share with the Honda Civic Si. Outside of the addition of the new top-performing Type S model last year for 2024, the Integra has remained basically unchanged since its release, still available in 3 trims, outside of course of the Type S, ranging from the $32,000 base up to the $37,000 Aspec Tech. Here we have the Aspec with a base price of $34,400. What else do we get for that money? Let's jump right in. So as we mentioned, since its release, really not a whole lot has changed, but with this beautiful silver metallic, even with this relatively cloudy day, it really pops, especially with the black contrast, bold Acura badge, full LED headlamps, LED daytime running light, functional airflow in each corner, fog lights, and we get our intercooler down below and radiator up top. Really digging the grille design. It says Integra in the right part of this bumper area, Acura right up top. Black headlight housing. The black contrast here in this exterior just makes this vehicle look a lot more premium and aggressive. And speaking of aggressive, we get these 18-inch rims. They're gunmetal gray, but they're like a 90% gray. Basically a black, especially once they get a little bit of brake dust on them. They're wrapped in Continental Pro Contact all-season tires. Dimensions are 235/40 R18. So we'll see how the 235s put the power to the ground and the 40 series sidewall, although it's a little bit towards the low profile side. The ride quality here, if I remember correctly, is still a big improvement compared to my ILX. I had a 2018 ILX. We get the Aspec badge in the top right part of the fender area, a two-tone contrasted mirror, no turn signal on it, but we do get blind spot monitoring on the glass. All black trim for the window trim. We get smart access for the driver and the front passenger, sunroof, shark fin style antenna, same rear wheel and tire setup. The only difference is a smaller brake caliper. We get the black lug nuts, but unfortunately the wheel locks are just a chrome material. The gas cap is push to open, easy fill. 91 octane is recommended, but you should be able to get away with 87 if need be. We have the black rear spoiler, full LED taillights, turn signals, and reverse lights, Aspec right up top. The bracket only has one screw in it, so I had to put the magnetic dealer plate up on the trunklet. Sorry for the eyesore back here. I'll actually take the dealer plate off so you guys can have a better idea of the rear styling. But shout out Moss Family Auto here in Tampa, Florida, Moss Acura, for helping make this review possible. It says Integra on the top right part of the rear bumper, just like it does up front. Acura badge in the center. We had a black diffuser and dual exhaust tips. And speaking of the dual exhaust tips, let's fire up this 1.5-liter higher output turbo four-cylinder and hear how she sounds. Alright guys, that was the sound of the 1.5-liter turbo four-cylinder sold by Acura for the 2025 ILX. And it sounds okay, cranking out 200 horsepower, 192 pound-feet of torque, made it to a CVT transmission, sending the power to the front wheels, weighing in around 3,060 pounds, at least with a manual transmission, maybe a little bit heavier with the CVT. You can expect 0 to 60 in around 7 seconds, so definitely a respectable 0 to 60 time, but compared to the 2.4-liter inline four-cylinder with that dual clutch transmission, we are almost a second slower compared to that previous generation. But what you see is basically what we get. We can shut this hood right down, take a step back, walk around this beautiful metallic silver 2025 Acura Integra. And let's take a step inside and see what we get with around $35,000 base price. So up top, soft touch materials to be expected from the Acura lineup. We'll turn the lights back to auto so the car's not yelling at me. Aluminum door handle, aluminum separating the 2 tiers of soft touch, leatherette in the center, leather armrest, and it's gushy soft. 2-window auto one touch up front, power windows, out rear, lock and unlock, 4-way adjustable mirrors. They're not power folding. I kind of wish they were, but not the end of the world. Down below, just hard plastic. You get one of our Acura premium speakers. It's an 8-speaker system. It sounds very good, but it's not the Bose. You can option in the Bose, but the Acura premium audio system still sounds pretty good. We have solid storage. You'll easily squeeze a foot long, probably stack two on top of each other with a 32-ounce water bottle in front of it. You get an aluminum A-Spec nameplate as we step inside. The seats are very comfortable leather, white contrast stitching, fully adjustable, no lumbar control, but you can recline, drop, lift, and slide the front seats. Taking a step inside, we can really check it out. So foot on the brake, aluminum engine start stop, and everything fires right to life. So as you mentioned, not a whole lot has changed since its release back in 2023, but not a whole lot necessarily had to change. It's still a really modernized interior compared to what we had back in the ILX. Thick steering wheel reminds me a lot of what we get in the Civic Si, Fat 10 and 2, but the leather just feels more premium and soft. You get aluminum frame, A-Spec badge, horn area is rubberized, the horn itself, loud and aggressive. People will definitely be getting out of your way. We'll do a window check. We don't get dual pane windows, but it's a thick single pane of glass, volume and skip controls, voice commands, and adjustments for the left side infotainment system. We got AM, FM, USB, Bluetooth, customized display, back, and right back to where we started. On the right side, we have our cruise control settings, radar cruise, and active lane keep assist with our adjustments for the right side gauge display, mileage, average speed, alerts, seat belts, maintenance, tire pressure monitor, safety support, brightness, vehicle settings, and right back where we started. My personal favorite would be the tire pressure, so we'll leave it there. We can also cancel out of wherever we were before, access our tach that goes to about 6,500 RPM, speedometer goes to 160. We get our coolant temperature on the left side and our fuel level on the right. The aluminum paddle shifters are also a premium touch. Stocks have a very satisfying click. Auto headlamps, auto high beams, fog lights, but no auto rain sensing wipers. The intermittent stock right there in the center. Tilt and telescoping steering column, traction control, Civic style air vents, but they have this aluminum grille to it, making it feel a lot more premium. Soft touch materials for the entire dashboard, 7-inch touchscreen. It does look a little bit more towards the basic side, same thing that you would get from the Civic Si. We get wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, but no standard navigation. But not necessarily necessary. Acura is not known for their navigation systems, so Apple CarPlay and Android Auto is probably your go-to move either way. Phone, radio, media connect, return, and menu for the shortcuts. There is some plastic on the screen, so we'll take it off, give you guys a better idea. Access the backup camera, see what it looks like. Decent resolution, guidance lines, and trajectory. And with the A-Spec, we get the multi-view display with the wider view and an over-the-top view, so you can really maximize the distance between you and the car behind you. Solid feeling volume dial, same thing as a Civic. The air vent controls, again, same thing as a Civic, just with a more premium grille. You get our hazards in the center, kind of looks like a 12 volt down below. Single zone automatic climate control with the vent adjustments in the center. Heated seats, no ventilated seats. When the vehicle's running, the engine start stop button is illuminated red. Drive mode selector, we get sport, normal, and comfort mode. We'll start the review off in normal, try out sport, try out comfort, and just see what the differences are. Turn off the auto engine start stop, electronic parking brake with brake hold. We're still in reverse. We throw it in the park, we return right back to our previous screen, but we'll just leave it in the menu screen, probably my personal favorite to leave it at all times. We get sport mode for the transmission. We'll try that out as well. Cup holders, you'll fit 24-ounce bottles. Nice soft armrest too. The space, decent. I would expect you to fit probably one 1-liter bottle of soda in there. Faux carbon plastic trim for the front part of this dashboard, leatherette underneath it. The glove box is very well damped, not lined felt, but pretty large. You'll fit 20 license plates, easily fit a pair of shoes. Frameless auto dimming rear view mirror, no garage home link settings on it, no garage home link settings anywhere in this car. Sunglass holder, interior lights are LED. Sunroof opens up decently quickly. See if it goes out any further. It does not, but pretty large opening. We poke our way out of here. Beautiful day today in Tampa, Florida. A little bit cloudy, but 93 degrees. If we shut this glass right up, leave the shade open so when we hop out back, you guys can see how much light is brought into the cabin. But that's about it, at least for the front seat of this 2025 Acura Integra Aspec with a lunar silver metallic exterior, ebony interior, base price of $34,400. 32 combined MPGs, 29 in the city, 36 on the highway. You guys can pause to take a look at all the standard features, the features that the A-Spec includes. No options on this specific A-Spec, but after destination, which is $1,195, we're looking at $1,595. That's about it for the front seat of this 2025 Acura Integra Aspec. Let's hop out back, see how much space is offered back there, as well as the overall quality of the material. So up top, just hard plastic, aluminum door handle, soft touch materials in the center. Good Lord, pretty loud Hellcat over there. We get soft touch leatherette in the center, soft leather for the armrest. No auto one touch for the rear windows, but there's still power windows with a nice aluminum feel for the outside. You'll easily fit a big gulp in there or stack two 6-inch subs, two more of your 8 premium Acura speakers. The rear seats, the padding does not go out to the door frame, but for the butt portion it does. Legroom looks solid for a compact premium hatchback, sedan, whatever you like to call it. I'm a little bit over 6 feet tall sitting behind my seat settings, and I still have about 2 inches of knee room, headroom, about an inch. So if you're under 6'3", you should be able to sit in the back of a 2025 Integra with no problem. No air vents, at least none that blow directly into your face. At this price point, that would be appreciated. There are air vents underneath the front seats, but nothing that blows directly into your face. Mat pocket behind the passenger, nothing behind the driver. The interior lights back here are LED, just like up front. We don't get a center cubby armrest either, but the middle passenger does have a little bit more extra padding because of that. We get a hook for the driver's side grab handle, no hook for the passenger side, and that's about it for the back seat of the 2025 Integra. It's decently spacious for a compact, but that's about as far as I would say. If you're looking for a more comfortable back seat for full-size adults, I would encourage going up to the TLX. Hopefully that magnet stays closed. Looks like it will. We get hydraulic struts for the liftgate. It's not a power opening liftgate, but it doesn't need to be. We get LED cargo lighting. It's a very high step-in, but really not a big deal because you wouldn't be putting a pet in the back of this hatchback anyway. Because of it though, it's like a basket. I'll leave a link right here to show you exactly how much cargo space is back here with the second row up and with the second row down. The wheel wells don't protrude too far, so I'd expect you to fit a 65-70 inch TV back here, not something you're doing with an ILX. But underneath all these floor mats, we can check out the secret storage, see what we got going on. Hopefully you guys can pick up the fix-a-flat kit. I'll try to lean my camera over here, and underneath this foam is our spare tire. Nice basket for grocery bags so they're not flying around, but what you see is basically what we get. We can shut this trunk right down, make sure this magnet is in its place. That's about it though, guys, for the inside and outside of the all-new 2025, well, not necessarily all new, but the 2025 Acura Integra Aspec. And it's a really beautiful vehicle. This lunar silver metallic, black accents all throughout. The front end is sharp. I think the front end is a noticeable improvement compared to the outgoing ILX. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think, but performance-wise, let's take this 2025 Acura Integra Aspec out for a drive and see what it's got. All right, guys, now we're just about seeing everything we need to see with the inside and outside of the all-new 2025 Acura Integra Aspec. Let's take it out for a drive and see what it's got. My first impression, the steering feels really sharp and direct in normal mode. The brake pedal feels tight. The throttle in normal mode feels pretty good. Tiny bit of turbo lag. The CVT doesn't necessarily help. Brakes really do feel good. Real world turning radius, very sharp, about half throttle in normal mode. Whew, yep, once that boost kicks in, this thing is moving. Try it out in sport. Steering gets a tiny bit tighter, not a huge difference. I wish there was a bigger difference. We can try one out off the line on the gas. Woo, we catch up to traffic quickly, especially when they have trouble merging onto the highway. Anyway, in sport, you get a little artificial snarl through the induction. Not quite sure if it's real. And you also change up the ratios with the CVT so you're more ready, giving you a little bit more revs and instant response. Jeez. Not going to be a really good highway trip to test out much performance, but hopefully you get a good sense of the higher speed isolation. The wind noise is very well isolated. The road noise you do hear a little bit. About the same as the Civic Si. I wouldn't say it's any worse, but you wouldn't expect it to be any worse. It's also not necessarily a whole lot better. The paddles are quick. I understand that they're just ratios. Whew. they make the throttle a lot more touchy. They're quick. As soon as you press the paddle, the ratio does change up. On the concrete pavement though, you definitely hear a decent amount of road noise. We can take a step out here one more time in sport, about half throttle. Yeah, once that boost kicks in, you definitely feel a very solid amount of shove, but it's noticeably slower compared to how the ILX was with the 2.4. We can take it out of sport mode, finish off this review in comfort mode. Steering immediately gets significantly lighter. The gauge display changes up. We'll see how the throttle changes up, if it changes up. Taking a step out here. Yeah, definitely a lot less sensitive. This is about half throttle. I mean, not bad. You still get up and go very well. For that reason, I recommend leaving it in comfort mode for daily driving. Normal mode is fine, but it's a little bit more sensitive where it really doesn't need to be. With the turbocharged engine, as soon as that boost kicks in, you are moving, so you don't necessarily need the more aggressiveness, especially when it means compromising fuel economy and just cruising along in comfort mode. Yeah, this is probably the mode that I would leave it in. The steering does get a little bit sharper in sport, but not to the degree that I would compromise having this buttery smooth feel behind the wheel. This feels miles ahead of the ILX when it comes to fit and finish and luxurious feel. The ILX was sportier, the 2.4 was quicker, the dual clutch was snappier, but this fit and finish is a way better premium vehicle. And with the hatchback, it's more practical. The back seat space is more impressive. The leather here feels better. It's just an all-around better vehicle. I do believe you're getting your money's worth, even though the performance isn't quite what we got from the previous generation. Either way, if you're looking for a top-notch luxurious vehicle, practical vehicle with a decent amount of pep in its step, under 35,000 bucks, I don't think you're going to get a better deal than this 2025 Acura Integra Aspec. If you want the manual, definitely go for the Aspec tech. If you don't want all these bells and whistles, want to save a couple thousand bucks, definitely go for a base model. But either way, the 2025 Integra is a really nice vehicle for the money. And a big thanks to Lauren and the rest of the management and staff here at Moss Acura in Tampa, Florida for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to their inventory below, and if you're looking for a new car or SUV, premium car or SUV in the Tampa area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out and ask for Lauren. And a huge thanks to all you guys for watching. I had a great time making this video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much. You guys know the channel is just not possible without you, and I really appreciate the constant support. But again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Leave a like too. It really helps me out the YouTube algorithm. That's how these videos get promoted to new people. Leave a comment. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you don't like. Leave a comment. Let me know if there's any specific cars, SUVs, or trucks you want to see reviewed on this channel, and I'll definitely try getting those videos for you ASAP. But other than that, again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope all of you have a great day.